millions of people are eating more protein than ever before. Protein shakes, protein bars, high-protein yogurt, high-protein snacks, yet millions are still struggling to lose fat. So what's going wrong? If protein is supposed to help with weight loss, why isn't it working? The answer isn't that protein doesn't work. It's that most people expect protein to do something it was never designed to do. And that single misunderstanding may be holding back your progress more than you realize. At first, eating more protein seems like the obvious solution. Research consistently shows that protein helps you feel fuller, helps preserve lean muscle during a calorie deficit, and even requires more energy to digest than carbohydrates or fat. So eating more protein should automatically mean losing more fat, right? Not quite. That's where the story changes. The first mistake is believing that protein can replace a calorie deficit. Think of protein like a skilled mechanic. A mechanic can keep an engine running smoothly, but they can't make a car move without fuel. In the same way, protein helps your body function more effectively during weight loss. But current evidence indicates that a high-protein diet alone is unlikely to produce meaningful fat loss without consistently taking in less energy than your body uses. That sounds straightforward. But here's the part almost nobody thinks about. Many people accidentally cancel out the benefits of protein by quietly eating more calories than they realize. An extra protein shake after lunch, a protein bar in the afternoon, a handful of high-protein snacks between meals. Each choice seems small. Together, they can quietly erase the calorie deficit needed for fat loss. Healthy foods still contain energy, and your body counts every calorie, regardless of where it comes from. But that's only one side of the story. The opposite mistake can be just as costly. Some people become so focused on cutting calories that they don't eat enough protein. When that happens, your body doesn't lose only fat. It can also lose lean muscle. Research consistently shows that adequate protein helps preserve lean muscle during weight loss. That's important because preserving muscle helps reduce the decline in resting metabolic rate that commonly occurs as body weight decreases, while also helping maintain strength for everyday life. So if protein helps protect muscle, why do some people still lose muscle while dieting? Because protein is only half the equation. Imagine trying to build a house. Protein is the stack of bricks waiting at the construction site. Without builders, those bricks never become walls. Resistance training is what tells your body those muscles are still needed. Current evidence indicates that adequate protein and resistance training work together far more effectively than either strategy alone for preserving lean muscle during weight loss. Now the bigger picture starts to appear. Protein isn't a shortcut. It's one part of a system. When that system works together, protein helps you stay fuller for longer, making it easier to maintain a calorie deficit. It helps preserve lean muscle while you're losing weight. It also slightly increases the energy your body uses during digestion, although this effect alone is not enough to produce meaningful fat loss. None of those effects is dramatic by itself. Together, they become meaningful. There's one final mistake that often goes unnoticed. Many people assume that if enough protein is good, then much more must be even better. Current evidence doesn't support that idea. Once your protein intake is adequate, consuming substantially more appears to provide diminishing returns for most people. It's also important not to let protein powders and processed protein snacks replace nutritious whole foods like vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, and other minimally processed foods. And while higher protein diets are considered safe for most healthy adults, people with chronic kidney disease should follow individualized medical advice before increasing their protein intake. So, should you eat more protein? For many people trying to lose weight, the answer may be yes, especially if they're currently eating too little protein, performing resistance training, older adults trying to preserve muscle, or individuals who struggle with hunger during a calorie deficit. But the goal isn't eating the most protein. It's eating enough protein within a balanced diet, maintaining a sustainable calorie deficit, and giving your muscles a reason to stay. Protein was never the magic solution. It was never the problem either. It was simply one piece of a much larger puzzle. Because successful fat loss isn't about finding one perfect food. It's about understanding how every piece of the system works together. And that leads to an even bigger question. If protein isn't the biggest factor controlling fat loss, what actually is? That's exactly what we'll uncover in the next video, where we separate the science from the myths behind one of nutrition's biggest claims. Does eating more protein really boost your metabolism?